Welcome to Familypreneur, the podcast for parent entrepreneurs
raising kidpreneurs.
It's time for your weekly dose of inspiration and actionable tips to build your business and find better balance, all while strengthening your family. And now we'd like to introduce your host.
She's my mom and thebomb.com, Meg Brunson.
Hey there, you are listening to episode number 75 of the Familypreneur podcast. You may notice that I sound a little different today, and that is because I am coming out of being sick. So if you listened to Friday's episode, my 11-year-old daughter graciously stepped in and recorded that for me because I had absolutely no voice. Now, I am still not at 100%, but this is the most that I have been able to talk in 6 days. And I love talking, so I just couldn't wait to get this podcast recorded. It is also a day late, which I hate being late for anything. So I was a little extra motivated to try to get this recorded and get it put out before tomorrow's midweek mastermind episode launches. So thank you for putting up with some potential squeaks in my voice, as it's a little unpredictable still for me right now. And let's hop into today's content. So over the month of February, we are diving into topics related to the Facebook pixel. And this week, we are continuing our discussion from last week on tracking conversions that really matter for our business. 2 weeks ago, we talked about what the pixel is and how to install it. You can head back to megbrunson.com/69 to listen to that episode. And last week, we talked about standard events. And again, that was megbrunson.com/72. This week, we are going to be talking about custom conversions. So standard events and custom conversions are two ways that we can track conversions that are happening on our website. That is the second step of any two-step process. So for example, going to one page, then clicking on a button to go to a second page. That conversion, that journey that the customer takes from one page to the second page, that's what we're calling a conversion, right? It's any two-step process that happens. So oftentimes we don't want the people that see our ads to only take one step. We don't want them to just click to the website. Once they get to the website, there's something else that we want them to do. Maybe it's submit their lead information or buy a product. Whatever that second step is, those are the conversions that we're talking about in this episode that we want to track. So again, last week, we talked about standard events, which is the techier way of tracking these things. And today we're going to dive into custom conversions. So all that you need to make custom conversions work is, number one, you need to have the pixel installed on your website header. And number two, you need to have unique URLs for each page of your website, which is pretty standard, especially if you're using something like WordPress, which is what I use. It's the most popular website building platform, but other platforms like Kartra, ClickFunnels, Squarespace, Wix, they all have individual paths for their different pages. So what I'm going to do is I am going to record a video like I've been doing all month that I will drop on YouTube, and I will also insert that video in the show notes. And it's going to walk through this exact process of how to install custom conversions. But I also want to talk a little bit more on this episode about what they really are and how they help you. So with custom conversions, you take the path of your URL. Do you know what the path is? It's funny. For the longest time, I didn't know what it was called. And now that I know that it's called the path, I say it all the time. But I realize that a lot of people probably don't really know what that is. So you may have a blog post that is yourwebsite.com/blog/today's post, right? Like that's what the URL is, something like that. Everything after the .com/, that's all called the path. So it's like the unique words and characters that direct people to a specific page on your website. So everything beyond the actual domain.com. So with custom conversions, you use that path in order to track where people are going on your website, what conversions are happening. So let's just imagine on your website, you've got your landing page, right? Your blog post. And on that blog post / landing page, you have an opt-in form. And then when somebody submits their name or their email address and hits enter, it brings them to a thank you page. Thank you for subscribing to my list. Check your email. I'm going to send you whatever I just said I was going to send you. On that thank you page, you're going to want to track that custom conversion because you want to know how many people are going to the blog post and then taking the next step to get to that page. This goes beyond the analytical tracking. So, of course, you can go through your website and just see how many people have opted in. You could go to your email provider and just see how many people are on your list. However, when you track the custom conversions through Facebook, it allows you to do some really exciting things. Number one, it allows you to create audiences of people who've taken that specific action. Number two, it allows you to optimize ads for that specific action to occur. And number three, it allows you to track analytics of your ads to see how many people took that action. So let's break down how all of this can be useful for you as an entrepreneur. So first, you can create audiences of people who've taken that specific action. And you can use those audiences to either A, remarket to your already warm people, or B, exclude those people who have already taken that action. I can't tell you how many clients come to me and they're running ads for an opt-in offer and they may be excluding their custom list, right? But then when I go and I look at their custom list audience, that list hasn't been updated in months and this ad has been running. And the problem is they are running an ad to try to get opt-ins, but they're not excluding people who opt in from seeing the ad. So excluding your email list isn't dynamic. That doesn't update dynamically. You have to manually go in and make those updates, and nobody is going to do that daily. Absolutely nobody. So you want to set up these custom audiences based on these custom conversions so that you can go in and exclude those people from seeing your ads so that you're not wasting your money. Now, creating the audiences is a second step, right? But it's the same process of using the URL path to create the custom events. It's the same process of using the URL path to create those custom audiences. Now, with the custom conversions set up, the second thing you can do is optimize your ads for those conversions to take place. So in my first example, the clients that come to me and they're trying to grow their email list, they've got an opt-in page, they've got a thank you page, and they're driving traffic to their opt-in page because they want people to opt in, which means they want people to actually make it to the thank you page and not just hit the landing page and bounce. So with custom conversions set up, this allows us to run an ad beyond a traffic campaign. We can run a conversion campaign instead and tell Facebook that while we are going to direct traffic to the landing page, what we really want to see is this custom conversion being triggered, right? So then Facebook can track the journey of the people it shows its ads to figure out how many of them are going to the thank you page. It will then analyze the people who are converting to figure out what they have in common, what makes them unique and different from the other people in your audience so that they can attempt to serve this ad out to the people who are most likely to convert. That is Facebook's gold. That's Facebook's genius. It's finding the right people in your audience to serve this ad to, but it's completely dependent on you telling Facebook what really matters most to you, which means having the conversion tracking set up appropriately and then structuring your campaign appropriately. Custom conversions are the easiest way to do this because it is just dependent on copying the path, pasting it in to Facebook in the custom conversion dashboard, and telling Facebook what those conversions are. If you want to see how that whole process is done, head over to megbrunson.com/75, and that's where you will find the show notes for this episode, including an embedded YouTube video, which walks through the process of setting up custom conversions, just in case you are a visual learner. Just like with pixel installation, this is not something that should wait until you're ready to run these ads, right? This should all be set up in advance of running the ads so that you start to season the pixel, you start to generate some data even before you're running ads. While you're just benefiting from organic word of mouth, have all of this stuff set up. Do not wait. All right. If you have questions, you can always pop over into the Familypreneur community at familypreneurcommunity.com. That is our free Facebook group. I would absolutely love to have you there. And you can also reach out to me personally if you head over to megbrunson.com. Of course, if you're browsing the show notes, there are a ton of ways that we can work together. My marketing agency, EIEIO Marketing, we handle done-for-you Facebook ad management, so we can take all of this off your hands. We also offer mentorship and strategy sessions if you need a little bit of hand-holding. Or we have our self-paced digital course, which is opening for enrollment again in March. And this will be the last time to enroll in the course until the fall. We are putting course enrollment on hold because Facebook has just announced a huge change to Facebook Ads Manager that is going to hit in September. So we are going to be taking a couple months to review all the course content, update it, change it, make it relevant for the upcoming changes, because that's the thing, guys. As somebody who used to work at Facebook, I am fully aware of how often Facebook changes things, and my goal is really to bring you the most comprehensive resource that is updated consistently so that it's easy to follow and understand even when these changes roll out. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing this year. So if you do buy into the course, it is a lifetime enrollment. So as long as I am in this business and the course is in existence, you have access to it, which includes all updates. And I do make updates anytime major changes like this are rolled out, as well as providing support through our private Facebook group for any other questions or things of that nature. I love it. I love helping you guys with Facebook marketing. I'm so glad that you tuned in for today's episode. And if you've listened this far and dealt with my screechy, scratchy voice, I just need to tell you that I really appreciate you and your patience with me as I'm struggling to get these words out. I hope that you will join us for the midweek mastermind. And again, Friday and Monday for my solo episodes. It's just a pleasure to have you with us every week, and I just appreciate you so much. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Did you know that my mom has a Facebook page, Instagram account, YouTube channel, and more? Her username is The Meg Brunson. Just about everywhere. You should go follow her.